5 years ago, an idea was born. To create one club, behind one crest, under one republic. An indomitable movement galvanized the city of Sacramento. Our community united by the world's game. A battalion personified our passion. Improbable victories proved we belonged. And a miracle gave rise to a championship. One idea, 5 years of glory. And our republic is just getting started.
The regular season finale at Papa Murphy's Park as the Republic welcome in the Las Vegas Lights. Tonight's match brought to you by UC Davis Health. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. With the Republic with a chance to slide into the second seed of the Western Conference with a combination of a win against Las Vegas and a Phoenix draw or loss against the Timbers 2 later tonight, Kevin.
Well, Rob, if you can remember, just 3 months ago, Sacramento fell to 6th place in the West, and since then, they've done a really good job to put themselves into a position where if a few things fall their way tonight, like you mentioned, they may just lock up that second seed in the West. There were some rumblings in the fan base, I think, a couple months ago about the quality of this year's side, but I tell you what, this team stepped up and done a remarkable job, and it seems like they are a team that is peaking at just the right time.
Well, Las Vegas coming off a big victory Wednesday. Republic have their sights on number 2. Also coming up next, 15-year-old Matthew Harding makes his Sacramento Republic debut. You won't want to miss it.
Everyone knows there's a science to listening to someone who can't even speak. Yet, at UC Davis Health, we understand this. That's why we make it a point to look closer.
Hi, little guy.
To find out more. We want to partner with you in your care. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
You can have a large sale or a big sale, but only Lasher can have a huge sale. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, and this week only, the Lasher's 5 dealerships in the Oak Grove Auto Mall are having a huge car and truck sale. For 6 days only, over 2,500 new and used cars are on sale. All makes and models, even certified. Now that's the right car right now. It's a huge car and truck sale, Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, Subaru, Acura, Audi, Volkswagen, and the Lasher Used Car Supercenter in the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at LasherAuto.com.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake an XL NY pizza topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
With Toyota Care no-cost maintenance and the most advanced standard safety features in its class, RAV4 is a safe and reliable way to get from A to B. Good thing, because in California, there's a whole lot to see. Wouldn't it be nice if the scenic route came with peace of mind? Now get a whopping $2,500 cash back on RAV4 or low 0% financing for 60 months on RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
Celebrating 5 years of glory as here tonight, a special evening. As Ben Gumpert, the COO of the Sacramento Republic, down on the pitch here tonight, as we have a 15-year-old Matthew Harding who will be taking his Republic debut here tonight. A Make-A-Wish partnership along with UC Davis Children's Hospital. Getting a look at Matthew here. He has a rare form of cancer that develops tumors at an alarming rate for a youngster. He's not sure whether or not he'll be okay, but right now he's hanging in there, and he's a pretty good little player, Kevin Goldthwait.
The great thing about this is it doesn't matter when it's football and it's soccer. Put all that out of your brain. You're out here. You're making your debut tonight. Beautiful night, great crowd. What an opportunity. What a great thing to see happen here tonight.
So just 15 years of age, big Sacramento Republic fan, was given one wish, and his wish was to put on the kit. Here he is tonight, wearing the 5 years of glory, all black jersey, taking the field tonight. Got to train with the guys on Thursday, a big celebration, signing press conference on Wednesday. What a moment for a kid
What
like
a moment. You know, we had a couple, through social media, I've seen a couple clips of him out on the pitch. And actually, Todd Donovan came up here about 5 or 10 minutes ago. We were talking about this and talking about the quality of a player that he is. And he strikes a good ball. And it's just funny talking to Todd. Todd Donovan, the GM of the team, is saying, this guy's actually a pretty good little player. Got to keep our eye on him.
And just 15 years of age, too. Snuck a couple past Josh Cohen and Rafa Diaz when they were in the playing training session. Have fun tonight. What do you expect from him in a moment like this? I mean, here's something that's a little bit nerve-wracking. You've got the stadium packed here, all eyes on you.
To say the least, it's going to be nerve-wracking. What do I expect? I tell you what, I don't know what to expect. He's going to come out here, let's see what he can do, put try to test his skill a little bit, see if he can get out there, have a couple good touches. At the end of the day, it's a debut. Debuts are always a risky affair, if you will, and let's see how he comes out here and perform. He'll be under a close microscope by myself here tonight, Rob.
Kevin Goldthwait will be picking apart the game, no doubt about it, for Matthew Harding. But what a fun story. Never in the history of the 5 years has the club done something quite like this. The partnership with UC Davis, the UC Davis Children's Hospital, spans all the way back to day one, when you see many of these players taking time out, spending time playing games with these kids, signing autographs, taking pictures as he's taking the field and joining his teammates here out on the pitch. But this is something completely different. You can just kind of get the goosebumps here tonight. A fun chill, to say the least.
Yeah, well, we talked about it. We said what a special opportunity for Matt right here. And all the respect in the world from all those guys that have him in that circle right there, which is kind of really cool to see that he's part of the guys. He's part of the guys for these last few days. And forget about all the health issues. Forget about that. Let's go out. It's a bigger thing that's happening here, and it's all around soccer, around the beautiful game. And what an opportunity and what a moment.
So Matthew Harding out of Sacramento here. Again, rare form of cancer. His make-a-wish was to play for the Sacramento Republic, and he'll get an opportunity to do that. Republic in all black, Las Vegas lights. Let's not forget about the opponent here as well tonight. They are in the white and blue kits, and the kick is underway. And here we go from Papa Murphy's Park. An ovation from the crowd here early as they build from the back.
Yeah, let's see how they build it up. They're moving the ball nicely. You can see Matthew kind of tucking in that seam right there, that deadly area. Great first touch.
Second touch, sliding through the defense. Now he's into the 18. Has one more to beat, gets it through. Harding has scored in the open minute.
What a strike. We talk about that gap right in front of that back four, in behind the back four of the midfield, that little seam. Matthew just instinctively finds that spot, takes on a couple guys, and why not? Put your laces through the back of the ball, young lad. And he does a great job. What a finish.
Crowd loving it here at Papa Murphy's Park. Bajev gives him a boost right in front of the Tower Bridge Battalion. Kevin, you've scored some big goals in your day. How about this one from number 5, Matthew Harding?
Yeah, look at the technique. Sees a goalkeeper, sees him moving to his left, laces behind the ball. What a quality strike. Thomas Olsen's got no chance. Sees where he's going, picks his spot, and a wonderful strike. Look up at the battalion, youngster, look at that. That's awesome. Great finish. I'll tell you what, all we heard about Todd coming up here, Mr. Donovan, saying this guy's got some quality. Matt does, and comes out, gets a goal in the first minute. We saw the quality, just the technique in that strike is just clearly the kid's got it.
Well, he's going to be subbed out immediately as he'll take off, put you a standing ovation here at Papa Murphy's Park.
What a special moment. What a guy to come in for you. It's Cam Iwasa, 16 goals this season. I think it's okay. We're going to be okay here in the Republic tonight. What a moment.
So let's take a look now quickly at our Consolidated Communications matchup. We'll just do it on the fly here. It's Cameron Iwasa, 16 goals on the year, and he'll be paired against Sammy Ochoa for the Las Vegas Lights. Familiar name, has 8 goals on the year, a formidable player and striker in his own right.
Yeah, I think tonight we've talked about a lot. Whoever's going to have a better game between these two players, I think that team's going to win. And I got my money on Cam Iwasa, the way he's been playing the last couple of weeks.
So the restart of the match here, and Just so at home, that was a special moment for Matthew Harding as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, UC Davis Children's Hospital. The game will be starting at 0-0, but a fun moment for Matthew Harding and his family here in the city of Sacramento tonight. So while we have a moment, here's our U.S. Bank starting 11. Thomas Olson, the name might sound familiar, was in the 18 for the Republic for a couple of weeks with Rafa Diaz was out, did not feature for this club, but was in as a backup goalkeeper for this squad. Switch to the right, Carter Manley sends one into the air. He's starting it right back here for Las Vegas. He'll be joined by Juan Herrera Perla, Miguel Garduno, and Christian Torres. Rafael Garcia, Alex Mendoza, Eric Avila, Freddie Adu, Daniel Guzman, Sammy Ochoa, and a break by Matty Osich moving forward. And we'll get to Sacramento's in just a moment. A good step by Gomez keeps the pressure on. Sacramento already looking good to the start here. Lazy turnover cut off by Carter. And Carter Manley, a strong player, 22 years of age, a top pick by Minnesota United this season. So they expect a lot of things up from him in the Midwest. For Sacramento, you'll see up top Cameron Iwasa, Christian Isley, Vian Bajev, Hayden Partain, Yuri Matiasic, Luis Espino. Luis Espino getting the start here in the midfield. A couple of players as Jeremy Hall and Emra Clementa are out, and that means Justin Schmidt will also get the start at the center back position. He'll be joined by Shannon Gomez, Mitchell Tainer, Elliot Horde, and of course, making his 34th start in the 34th game, Josh Cohen. Now Bajev into the 18, cuts it back to his right foot, loves it, gonna give him a strike, and it's deflected by Miguel Garduno. Still cleaning it up, here comes Horde. Horde in the penalty area trying to work in across, and he'll earn a corner kick.
Good job by Sacramento right there. Really good work. Getting that ball out wide to Bajev, and Bajev almost gets that thing back to his feet and has a decent strike, but a good tackle nonetheless. And good build-up play all comes from a good hold-up by Christian Isley, connecting nicely with Cam Iwasa.
So Thomas Olson, third straight start, ball driven hard and a chance.
No runs again.
Paul lofted in, Isley was in the area, Thomas goes out, and he may have stepped out. The referee tonight is Lucas Sabala, not whistling there. And while we have a minute, let's get your Chevy keys to the match, Kevin.
Chevy keys to the match, first 10. I think if Sacramento, when they play well in the first 10, and they set the tone for the game. So hopefully they come out here tonight and do the same thing that they did last week. Second is press the back four. I think Las Vegas, they've conceded a lot of goals tonight. So go after the back four, make the back four make decisions, and hopefully put them under pressure and try to nick one off of them to get a goal. And finally, put in a full 90. Playoffs are a week away. We're at a point in the season where you need to put in a full 90, and you can't get away with an 80-minute game. You've got to go out there, start today, do all the small things right, and make it a full 90-minute performance. You do those three things, I think Sacramento should get a result tonight.
First whistle here. Free kick for Las Vegas. The lights on the year, just 31 points, so they're out of the playoff picture. Sacramento, meanwhile, aiming for that #2 seed still. We need a win here tonight. Paired that with a Phoenix loss or draw against the Portland Timbers, which is also just kicked off. Hard ball driven in, and a chance for Ochoa.
It's a good ball in the box by Rafael Garcia. A decent effort there on the back post. Looks like it might have been Sammy Ochoa.
So Rafael Garcia from the LA Galaxy has 2 MLS Cups underneath his belt, the 30-year-old from Granada Hills, California. What a signing for this Las Vegas team, even though out of it, an opportunity to bring in some quality play in the midfield.
Yeah, veteran sort of player, 30 years old, a couple championships under his belt, and a guy to come in and step into that middle of the pitch for a team like Las Vegas, who this is their first year of play. I think it's a really good, smart pickup by Las Vegas.
About half the roster has turned over since these two sides last met. That was on April 14th, a draw at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Carlos Alvarez scored in that one for the Lights. Here's Horde with an opportunity, keeps it low, and a run by Matty Osich. A beautiful save from Thomas Olson to keep it 0.
What a wonderful save by Thomas Olson, and a great run by Matty Osich. And a good ball over the top just from the start from Mitchell Tainer off the right foot. Great pace, great weight on that ball into Elliot Horde. And Elliot Horde, a good service in the box. Gonna look right here. Here's that entry pass into the channel. Elliott's got his head up one time. Great touch there by Matijasic, and just an instinctual save by Thomas Olsen there.
So Olsen, the 23-year-old goalkeeper from Las Vegas, a couple of big saves on Wednesday night, and another one here early in this one as the score remains 0-0, and Matijasic moving again, looking good after that injury, just a little too heavy of a touch, gets it past Carter Manley, recovering is Bajev. Bajev with a low cross, another opportunity for Sacramento, into the 6, Isley looking for a handball, will not get it. Tower Bridge Battalion is a bit furious, maybe drawing a foul in that opportunity moment for Sacramento. Goes for naught again. Bajev going against Manley, the rookie here. Back to Gomez. Luis Espino on the other end. Stepping forward is Partain. Iwasa sliding it through, wearing the cap down. There's Espino! Just missed it wide. What a good look from the Republic, 2 of them already.
I know, his first 7 minutes here, Sacramento's did a great job really testing Thomas Olsen, making him aware that tonight's going to be a match. But a good job, good build-up there. Great ball from Cam Iwasa, that penetrating, driving run, draws a defender to him, and a good pass into Espino. And Espino with a nice little turn, gets his head up, he's got plenty of space. Got to find target there.
The Sacramento 62 points, 19, 7, and 8 on the season. But more importantly, Kevin, 7 matches in a row without a loss. They are peaking at the right time, to say the least. Chance here from Avia. A little behind. Here's Freddie Adu. Adu with a left-footed strike. Just missed it to the side bar. But Sacramento has given up a couple of good chances here for Las Vegas. Last deflected will be a corner kick for Adu.
Yeah, good job by Sacramento getting over there and closing it down, but still some concern right there with Freddie Adu being that wide open inside the 18-yard box. You know, where's your cover? Where's your help? A good tackle. Looked like it might have been Elliott Horde getting back out there.
So Justin Schmidt and Luis Espino getting the starts as Emra Clementa and Jeremy Hall both on international duty. More on that in a bit. First, here's the corner kick, the first for Las Vegas. Ball living draw. Here can they break? Espino has Isley to his right, tracking hard, being tripped up, broken up by Mendoza for a moment. Look at Mitchell Taylor, the center back for the Republic, moving forward. There's a chance deflected away, Las Vegas, by the hair of their chin there. Bajev not quite done yet. Cameron Iwasa, the team leader in goals with 16 on the season.
Las Vegas did a great job getting the bodies back off that counterattack, slowing things down.
Sacramento Bee had a nice feature on Vian Bajev and the quality of play that he brings to the side, and just the story that he had growing up from Fresno, playing overseas with Liverpool, U18 side, sent on loan as an 18-year-old playing against men who were nearly twice his age. Here he is, has found a home in Sacramento after playing for the Portland Timbers too. Matijasic breaks to the inside, getting past Manley. Manley committing the foul. No whistle blown by Sabala.
Good pace right there by Carter Manley.
High boot from Justin Schmidt.
Good defending. See Matijasic just trying to go one-on-one against Carter Manley, and Carter does a great job. Gets beat initially, but it uses his athleticism to get back.
Let's take a look for our UC Davis Health Injury Report. Follow UC Davis Health for the latest news, events, photos, health tips for your family. You can find them on Twitter and Instagram at UC Davis Health. Jaime Villarreal, Adam Moffat out for the season. Throw by Manley. Down to Bajev. Battling with Garcia. Back to Manley again. Being cornered. Head coach of Las Vegas is Isidro Sanchez. Started off the year the USL Coach of the Month. And he is the son of the former technical director, Jose Luis Sanchez Sola, who was suspended for 12 games during the season and then just recently decided enough was enough and has left the club. But there's still a bit of spark in this Lights team as they were able to pick up a big win against Phoenix on Wednesday at home in their season finale. At home, I should say, nearly a costly turnover by Schmidt. Tainter there to recover. But they end up going down 2-1 at the break. and then scored 4 more in the second half to win 5-2, Kevin. And a pretty remarkable victory, to say the least, against one of the top teams, not only in the West, but the entire USL. Hard angle ball for Isley to try to get to. Tracks it down. Going to leave it back for Espino. And for a team that's completely out of the playoffs, does it surprise you to see a 5 spot? The most goals they've scored the entire year. Olsen has to wait for it along his line there, but showing a bit of resiliency for the head coach, Isidro Sanchez, this Las Vegas Lights team.
Yeah, I mean, no real surprise that happens in these situations. I think you get a team like Las Vegas who's out of the playoffs, but that doesn't necessarily mean the players don't have anything to play for. I mean, they're essentially playing for their jobs for the next year. So plenty of motivation, you would think, for a side like Las Vegas. But still, a 5 spot is a pretty impressive number at this point in the season against the quality side that they were facing.
Well, Sanchez was going to say a lot of people with the result on Wednesday thought we were just done for the season. He said you will see a Las Vegas Lights team just as hungry on Saturday as you did on Wednesday. And give him credit, his team has come out a couple of early opportunities. Sacramento trying to take it to him as well. Ochoa trying to hold back Schmidt. Into the corner, goes for Gomez. The jab working against Garcia. Mitchell Tainer has to get rid of it in a hurry. We've seen that twice now. A bit dangerous, Kevin. Almost a hold your breath moment. An angling ball from nearly the attacking third, trying to send to the back line. That's a recipe for a turnover.
Yeah, especially you got a savvy veteran like Sammy Ochoa. This ball needs to be about 20 yards deeper towards that flag, by the way. Not sure what this referee's talking or thinking about here. But this is an opportunity for Sacramento to pin Las Vegas in. This is a very difficult spot on the pitch for any team. That throw in right down by your own corner flag, defensive third. It's an opportunity for Sacramento to pinch up, put some pressure on Las Vegas, and try to get the ball off of them and get possession back again in a good part of the pitch.
Tainer looking for Espino. Up high goes Herrera Perla.
Job by Iwasa, finding himself in a good part of the field to collect that second ball.
Iwasa wearing the captain's armband tonight, as Jeremy Hall has been called up with a Puerto Rico national team for the CONCACAF National Cup qualifiers. Has 4 caps with the national team with Puerto Rico. Angling ball looking for Isley, who's looking to hold against Garduno.
Yeah, too direct. You got to think you need to be a little more patient, Mitchell. I think he's done it a couple times so far here in the first 15 minutes or so. Just need to be a little bit more patient with that.
There's Ochoa. The one thing he likes to do is get up in the air and try to head it or volley it forward for his team. Partain waiting. Matty Osic looks good on that first step here. Been dealing with a quad injury for most of the season. Was held out a couple weeks ago to help get back healthy. Good spot for Simon Elliott to see his starting midfielder back in full strength. Espino can't keep it at his feet. Simon Elliott, 43 years of age, in his very first head coaching season. Kevin, there was some, we talked about it, middle of the season, we're calling for, is he the right guy? You have to look this a little bit further back of a view. And the fact that the size of this roster, having no MLS team to work for, and a battle into the corner, fighting still was Espino. And a challenge there and sends it out of play. But for Simon Elliott and Todd Dunavant putting together a roster, they went for a lot of character guys. And there's no MLS guys coming on loan to help out here and there. They've dealt with injuries. They've dealt with suspensions. They've dealt with call-ups international, Clementa and guys like Jeremy Hall. And yet here they are with an opportunity to be in second place. I mean, hats off to Simon Elliott, probably not getting enough of the credit. And if you try to give him the credit, he's not going to take it. He gives it all to the guys on this team here, he said, who fights for each other each and every day.
Yeah, very modest, humble guy, but I think you're right. You know, the season's been so unique with a lot of turnover from last year. Team really wasn't formed until probably March of this season. You don't have any, big guns coming in from MLS sides on loan, but sometimes I think that's a bit of a double-edged sword. As Vegas is breaking here a little bit, where you get guys coming in and coming out. You don't know as a player if you're on the full roster for Sacramento.
Manley laying it forward. Here's an opportunity for Las Vegas in front of the goal. Just can't get a good look on it. Manley back to 3-year starter at Duke University. He was a top pick for Minnesota MLS draft here over the summer. Christian Torres lays it off to the left side. Back to Torres in the corner. The mark is Espino. Espino will force a throw.
But back to my point, I think they've done a great job keeping this team together. It's not that deep of a team in terms of numbers. You've got injuries they've dealt with, and they've dealt with them very well, with players that can come in and step up with no problem.
How many teams could get away from the chances? Las Vegas still working here. The comeback from losing a guy like Jaime Villarreal, who was playing his best form when he went down, and then losing a veteran like Adam Moffat. Big collision between Matty Osic and Carter Manley. Whistle won't blow. Sabella's going to allow him to play tonight. When he goes shoulder to shoulder, whistle's going to stay down. To Schmidt, getting the start tonight in place for Emra Clemenza. Fayed looking to get past Manley, showing his pace as well. The Bulgarian native. Sloppy pass, able to get it back. Another touch, he's just working his way all around, zigzagging through. Down goes Isley, Isley with a step. Garcia back to it. Ochoa trying to spring Daniel Guzman forward. Guzman starting in front of Matthew Thomas, who's gotten most of the starts along with Sammy Ochoa this season. But they like Guzman. I feel like he's got a lot to add to their attack. Bajev, a little bit of space in the middle of the park. Ooh. Taken down hard. No whistle coming. Bajev a bit upset. Little step here. Iwasa, who's playing a little bit back. Can Sacramento take advantage? And Bajev slow to get up. Here's Isley. First touch is a heavy one. Cleared away by Garduno.
That bad first touch there by Isley. Look at this tackle. Bajev looks like he probably gets ball first, but still stumble right there.
That's
dangerous.
And the way his knee bent, that's always going to give you a cringing moment. Looked like he got his foot off the turf just in time. So Bajev a little bit slow, hobbling around, and this may mean Simon Elliott going to his bench a bit earlier, as Sacramento has already secured a home playoff match. Ball out of play, a throw for Las Vegas. Republic with 62 points on the year, a goal differential of +14. Kevin, it was only a few weeks ago. That number was about +2, +3. Since this streak has started, now 7 straight, they have outscored their opponent 15-4. And a collision out in the midfield. The Republic fans a bit upset how it hasn't gone the other way.
Yeah, Sapala's letting these guys play, which I'm okay with.
We've brought this up before with Todd Donovan. We talked, where does this goal scoring? Because there was an time in July and early August, the goals weren't coming. I said, where do you find goals other than Cameron Iwasa? Well, there's been a recipe of different guys getting involved here the last several weeks. Hard cross sent in. May have been last deflected by the Republican. It is. So a corner kick for Las Vegas, their second of the night. The We Are Republic tifo just on the right part of your screen. Signed and made by the front office staff from the Sacramento Republic. Thanking the fans. And again, celebrating 5 years of glory here, and that's the reason for the black kits for the Republic. Garcia to take this. Right-footed striker in. Popped up high, easy play for Josh Cohen. Josh Cohen on the year, allowing less than a goal a game, 116 saves, but more importantly, Kevin, his 34th start in 34 games.
Yeah, he's been there for everything all season long, done a great job.
'25-year-old from the Bay Area, Sunnyvale. Said he took a more holistic approach to his offseason and where he wanted to end up. felt Sacramento was the perfect place to go after a strong outing with Phoenix in 2017. Schmidt's going to angle it forward, looking for Isley. Popped it right into the arms of Thomas Olson.
So this is, I think Vegas is doing a really good job right now of frustrating Sacramento by staying compact. You see Sacramento's playing the ball along the back four, and these center backs, I think, are just getting frustrated and not being patient enough. And you lob that ball way too direct from Justin Schmidt. It's got to be angled.
And get behind. Flag stays down. Chance for Guzman. Left-footed strike. As he tried to send it as a streaking downfield was Ochoa, still in play for Garcia. Dangerous moment 3 times tonight. Las Vegas has had a good look. Has not been able to find target, however.
Yeah, Justin Schmidt just gets caught ball watching there. He's got a guy in behind him. Maybe communication between him and Mitchell Tanner. That new pairing tonight.
Stepping forward, Mendoza. He'll play it back, asking Simon Elliott just about that with Jeremy Hall and Emmer Clementa being called up. And it just is a tough time to get those called. He said, well, we can't do anything about the international transfer. It is what it is, and you have to play through it. He said, but, you know, we'll have them back for playoffs, and that's the most important part. But part of it, he said, you know, hopefully they'll be a little re-energized as well. You know, you play with new guys, maybe learn a few techniques you try to work with. We saw Emmer Clementa the last time he got called up for the Montenegro national team. He played much better after coming back from that stint.
Yeah, it could be some confidence coming back, playing with someone else, just kind of a fresh start a little bit with a new group for a couple of days.
And the quality of play goes up as well. Schmidt plays it back to Tainter.
Just look how compact Las Vegas is. They look really, really organized as a unit. And it's going to be tough for Sacramento to figure out a way to how to break Las Vegas down.
What would you like to see?
Quicker ball movement. It's got to be ball movement. Checks into the hole, into gaps, into seams. And it's just one touch, one pass in, one touch back. Move the ball to the other side. So it's just quick ball movement that typically is going to allow you to do this.
Well, it's official. Republic have secured a home match for the first round of the USL playoffs presented by UC Davis Health. Round 1 will take place on Saturday, October 20th. That's next Saturday at 7:30 right here, Papa Murphy's Park. Tickets are on sale, Ticketmaster.com. Las Vegas moving. Out of play. It'll be a goal kick. So not quite sure who the Republic will play quite yet. They have secured no worse than the 3rd seed, where they currently stand. Could move up to 2nd. Could be San Antonio. Could be Portland. Could even be St. Louis here. And Simon made it very clear there's points to be had, an opportunity to move to the 2nd seed. They were not going to take this match off. Now, interesting to see if there was no movement at all, whether up or down, whether he would have continued this, as holding is Isley.
Great job by Isley again.
But Simon felt this was a time not to relax, especially in the final week of this season. Gomez looking to break through. Sends a low cross in. Battling still is Isley. Espino lays it for Partain. Partain's going to give it a ride. Deflected. Back to Espino. Battling with Avila. Here's the center back Schmidt trying to find a quick touch from Isley to Matty Osic, and a foul is called just outside the 18.
Yeah, great look right there by Isley. He does a great job. The sequence right now of just blue collar work, hustling, winning the ball back for his side. Keeps the play, keeps the attack alive, and look what happens because of that effort. You get yourself in a position with a free kick on top of the box. It was a nice little idea too to try to knot it down to the streaking Espino. Good ball in by Justin. Just a lazy challenge looked like by Herrera Parla. A good opportunity, a good place on the pitch really for a set piece. Maybe a little bit too close if you're being real particular. If it's a couple feet back, maybe a yard or two back, you can really put your foot through the back of the ball. This is more technique driven where it's going to have to be placement over power. But an opportunity nonetheless. And let's see, it looks like, I mean, obviously Espino's the one who's measuring this ball, setting it up. You got to imagine it's probably going to be Espino that's going to be taking it.
So Espino getting the start here tonight. 2 goals and assist on the year. Bajev is behind him. Republic have to be ready for a second ball as well. It'll be Espino, hard-driven ball into the arms of Thomas Olson, but good idea. Olson just stood his ground.
Yeah, good technique right there by Luis Espino. Unable to find the corner. It's still, I think it probably gets over the wall. Maybe has a little bit of dip on it. Could have probably pulled it a little bit closer to that near post, but a good strike nonetheless, and test Thomas Olson. Good battle.
Partain battling with Sammy Ochoa, is wearing the captain's armband tonight. 8 goals on the years, tied his season from a season ago when he's with the Republic. Cameron Iwasa looking to spring someone forward. Iwasa playing further back here this evening, typically up top. Bajev moving forward, a little bit tripped up, trying to cut it back in. He has weaved his way in and out of this Las Vegas defense. Here's Gomez. Back to Espino from Torreon, Mexico. The local product, Cameron Iwasa, the Fresno kid. Bajev keeps it low for Isley. In front of the face of the goal, trying to clean it up is Espino, and he's just a tad late, and nearly the first strike of the evening.
Yeah, really tight angle for Espino, but still, my critique here, it's great patience by Sacramento, back and forth, in, out. That's what we talked about a couple minutes ago, how to break this side down. But take a look at Espino where he is. If he's probably just being a little bit more optimistic, he probably gets that ball maybe 2 or 3 steps before, and it's an easy tap in. And it's Thomas Olson, just kind of a gaff right there, and a tight angle there for Luis Espino. Would have loved to see him be a little bit more optimistic on his front studs, and hopefully would have been there, you know, a step or 2 earlier, Rob.
Partain goes down, draws the foul on Garcia. Thomas Olson, his 4th start.
But another, you know, really good chance for Sacramento. We've seen probably 3 or 4 so far this half.
And the difference between this team, what was really what we saw in July and August, was the inability to connect. This during this streak, they've done the right things. When the opportunity is there, they've taken advantage of it. Still one of the better sides when it comes to conceding goals. Matty Osich with a tough switch.
That's a tough ball.
Ford, a physical player, doesn't get a lot of credit for his physicality, but he's really starting to come into his own toward the end of the season. Started off the year dealing with that knee injury. He's worked his way back. Been a crucial part, even getting a goal and assist recently. Here's Bajev. Iwasa's got some space, trying to thread it through. Here's Espino. Tower Bridge Italian waiting to erupt. Now it's Horde, right back at it. Here's Iwasa with a header. Back to Bajev, trying to swing it around. Just could not turn in time.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Espino and Bajev. There's a collision over there.
It's Herrera, Perla, and Matty Osich, and Isley there as well. They'll bring out the training staff. Let's take a look at this, Kevin, as the Republic starting to build, figuring it out. And I think earlier this season they had a harder time when teams would throw different formation, different attacks. Sacramento doing a much better job of trying to find the open spaces.
Yeah, right there. There should have been some communication between Bajev and...
Well, Garduno turned his back and then could have been
like
a chance.
Maybe Bajev on the way through, maybe stepped on Herrera Perla.
Well, don't miss a minute of the action in 2019. Place your deposit for the 2019 season. Ticket membership just starting at $50 per ticket. They go on sale at SacRepublicFC.com. And Matty Osich is going to earn a yellow here for that collision.
I mean, that's pretty unfortunate. I don't think there's anything that Matty Osich knows about that. Just going on hard for a tackle, trying to work his way away from Herrera Perla, and just, I mean, incidentally just steps on him. I mean, there's no malice in it whatsoever. It's unfortunate for Yuri.
And now Iwasa will have a conversation with Lucas Spalla. Game's first yellow card coming in the 30th minute. Spalla has allowed them to play. We're going to try to take another look here.
Yeah, I tell you what, I agree with the sentiment on Matiasic's face. I mean, I don't know. There's no malice there. It just seems like purely accidental. It's unfortunate. Now you got to deal with the next 60 minutes or so with the caution in your back pocket.
And so let's take a look here. Simon Elliott.
We're all thinking the same thing. What?
They're all a little bit perplexed.
See him go through.
Maybe just landing on him on the back.
I know he's trying to get out of the way too, trying not to create contact. I think it looks like he might maybe just stepped on Herrera Perla.
The rookie who was a standout player with the Dallas Academy and had a chance here, just 23 years of age, from El Salvador, signed with Las Vegas. And he is taking a bit time, ready to go. Matiasic perplexed, as is the rest of the coaching staff for Sacramento. Either way, it's the game's first yellow card, and a bit of time added here. A couple of minutes already gone by, trying to get Juan Herrera Perla back.
It even looks like Las Vegas's trainer is getting a talking to from the referee. Losing the plot, ref. Sacramento got to figure it out. These are tough situations in games too, Rob, especially when you kind of have the run of the play, the momentum's going your way, and something like this can just take the wind out of your sails, and it's frustrating, if you're Simon Elliott and his staff. See how Sacramento reacts.
So Las Vegas back in action after that injury break. Garcia tracking Iwasa, playing much further back this evening than we have typically seen him play.
Yeah, he's playing really deep.
A little heavy off versus Espino, trying to get it to Partain. Partain shoved off by Ochoa, and interesting, Ochoa, for his size, he moves fairly well, a little bit deceiving. Manley able to keep it at his feet, trying to curl it forward. Tainter is there. Ochoa, quick touch. Avila goes down. They'll play on. Can Sacramento counter? Back to Matiasic. Bobbles up on him for a moment. He's batted down again. A little bit of space for Iwasa. Coming back near side. Espino. Overlapping run from Gomez. He'll dump it off to the left back with a left-footed stop ball into the side netting.
I tell you what, that's a great first touch, and it's unfortunate for him. It looks like there's a bit of a divot taken out right on that 18-yard box line just as he's about to strike that ball for a cross. Unfortunate. A good combination play between Espino and Gomez, and we've seen for the last 15 minutes or so with Espino and Bijev have flipped back to that different sides. But take a look right here. It's a little heavy first ball from Espino, but a great first touch by Shannon Gomez. And right there's that divot as that ball just jumps up. How unlucky is that for Shannon Gomez?
Both sides have had some good looks. No real good chances, however, converted yet. Moving away is Freddie Adu. It was quiet, had a good run early moments of this match. But how about Freddie Adu, the face of U.S. soccer at one point, 14 years of age, joining MLS, so much expectation. And we talk about a player like LeBron James in the NBA who had all the world waiting to see what he could do, and he not only delivered but has probably exceeded expectations.
Yeah, but he was 18, he's 18 years old. This is Freddie Adu, 14.
That's
14 years old.
I was going to say, here's a guy 4 years younger than that. Imagine, what were you doing at 14?
Not doing what Freddie was doing.
I mean, not even to drive a car yet, and you're playing in front of packed stadium.
Tough situations. I think it's you're set up for failure almost with all that pressure and expectations put on you.
Obviously, hindsight 2020, should he have kept through some of the youth programs, maybe played overseas even before coming to MLS. A little bit behind Tainter, just gets to it as Guzman was waiting for that direct ball. Mitchell Tainter, who played with Toronto's USL side the last 2 seasons, has been a great pickup for the Republic. Sent out of play, a corner kick coming for Sacramento.
Good ball again, and a good run by Bijev with a great first touch. And I think right now, the way I'm looking at this, I think Isley is going to be very important for Sacramento, strictly because of his hold-up play. The way Las Vegas right now, how compact they are, you need a guy like Isley who can play back to goal. Balls can be played into his feet or into his chest, and he can find somebody, one of his teammates, running across the face, maybe do a little spin out. But one way or another, a ball into a guy like Isley opens things up and creates other opportunities for other players.
Partain to take the corner. There'll be an outswinger for Sacramento. Recycle the runs one more time. And here comes a kick. Crashing with Schmidt. Waiting for it. So deadly are those counterattacks after a set piece. Republic have been susceptible to them earlier in the season. Have calmed down since. Great ball coming from Tainter again. Just talked about his performance. Bajev, his favorite part of the field. Trying to turn it back in. Heavy for Iwasa. Iwasa laying it off. Good idea. Horde goes down, slips and falls. Clean up from Sacramento's Iwasa. And it'll be a goal kick for Thomas Olsen.
It's coming out. It's a good ball. Kind of difficult to hit, coming across your face a little bit to your weaker left foot for Cam Iwasa. But that's the right idea, to have that. Take it first time and have a strike. Seems like there's been just a few opportunities for Sacramento, like right on top of the box with some congestion, trying to play through the middle, just like this, where Cam thinks I have a strike. No, it's a great ball actually to Elliot Horde. Elliot just not his best effort, and same thing with Cam right there. That final touch, that final pass we're seeing here in the first 30, 35 minutes for Sacramento, letting them down a little bit, but getting into good spots, which is a positive sign.
Great atmosphere here at Papa Murphy's Park tonight. Almost feels like a playoff match, and that all started with Matthew Harding and the Make-A-Wish Foundation and getting him a start here to score a goal. A fun, festive night here as we celebrate 5 years of glory. Gomez trying to slip it through past Garcia. Garcia too savvy for that. Now Garcia, top-notch player. Todd Donovan playing with Garcia, with the Galaxy just not that long ago.
It's a really good outlet pass too. I mean, a great effort too by Daniel Guzman to play it off of Mitchell Tanner, but that's the right weight you want to see from that basically clearance that keeps the ball in bounds, allows you to move your team up the field. Very savvy player, Rafael Garcia.
Talked to Todd, and Todd said, you know, my favorite thing about him was he was just a hard-nosed player. Did a lot of the dirty work for you out on the pitch, and so a lot of times you didn't have to do that, which is a teammate's favorite player, almost like a Ivan Mirkovic type of guy that will do the things you don't always want to do. Manley a deep throw. Manley back, cross, deep post. Adeu will come to it. Being marked by Horde. Espino going to help here in a moment. And Horde able to push into a goal kick for Josh Cohen. Quick update for you. In the 41st minute, Phoenix and Portland still knotted at 0. Keeping an eye on that, as a draw or a loss by Phoenix and a win here by Sacramento means Sacramento will move into the 2nd seed. Reno with a big win here tonight, 3-1. They continue to surge up in the standings, have a chance to earn the 4th seed in a home playoff match. Just a few weeks ago, they weren't even in the playoff picture. Again, Reno surprising this team. However, Real Monarchs are winning 1-0 over Fresno, and if they win, they will hold on to the 4th seed. Ball laid into the corner for Isley. A little too soft with it. Turnover. Tainer all the way up. Back to Mendoza. Several players for this this Las Vegas side has MLS experience. You look at Mendoza, Avila, Adu, Ochoa, Garcia we talked about.
All those those guys you mentioned are quality players. You know, Eric Avila was, you know, highly touted coming out of the national team. I think he might have been out of Bradenton, and had a couple really good years in Dallas.
Yeah, then Toronto.
Toronto.
Did you play together?
Never played together.
Never
played
played
against him many times. Just a crafty young player.
Schmidt colliding with Ochoa. Garcia stepping, able to find Ochoa. Break for Las Vegas. Looking good here, and now Gomez comes to recover, laying it up for Avila. Avila with a right-footed strike. He'll look to get into the corner to Adu. Adu working it inside, back post, looking for Ochoa, just a little bit too heavy. Republic need to clear quickly. Nearly a mistake by Sacramento's Manley able to get it. Garcia was one touch away from getting a good look against Josh Cohen. Back to Ochoa, the Riverside native. Cross coming in, headed away by Mitchell Taylor to save it.
It's a good ball in the box by Sammy Ochoa. Looking for Daniel Guzman. But really, Justin Schmidt right now just seems to be a step or two slow on a few of these moments where he's just a poor clearance, poor pass, poor step, and then leaves a huge hole in behind him, allowing Las Vegas to get in behind Sacramento. Need to button it up a little bit.
So Adu and Garcia both here in the corner, and it'll be Adu. Garcia takes a step in, chip shot in to try to cross it in, and it was
decent ball in the box. Not well driven, but still causing struggles, causing problems for Sacramento.
And Garduno was there. Garduno did score on Wednesday in that 5-2 defeat of Phoenix in their regular season home finale. Garduno grew up in Mexico City, played in Mexico a couple of years before signing here stateside. Garcia now will take the redo. Nobody home. Look at this. Espino sprinting toward goal as Torres nearly had some dangerous company his way. Freddie Adu to step. Do the left foot dribble, try to get too cute. Somehow earns the foul. May have tripped over his own leg. But Jev is a bit annoyed. And the magic spray will come out.
I mean, one way or another for Sacramento.
And Bajev saying he's flopping.
Yeah, and there's probably some contact there, but Bajev, I think, he's got to be a little smarter. There's no reason to go in so hard. You have two people. You have Gomez right there. There's no reason to go in behind, especially that part of the field, Rob. Very dangerous. You know, any contact, most likely, most attacking players are going down. Not much contact, in my opinion, either, by the way. So Freddie does go down pretty soft, but still, don't even allow that question, that thought to even enter Freddie's mind. You have Shannon Gomez right in front of him. You have two guys. There's no reason to foul.
It will be Garcia, Bajev. Matiasic, ball toward back post. Headed high, trying to clean it up was Mendoza. And a foul on the lights, and it'll be Sacramento. Goal kick for Josh Cohen.
It's a good job by Espino there, putting his body on the line. That's what I talked about, you know, total full 90-minute performance. And these moments in the game, like the last 5 minutes of the game, the last 5 minutes of the half, you know, how critical they are. And that's a situation scenario where you cannot concede set pieces. You got to be better and know better that let's lock this half up. Don't take chances. Let's get out of here. It would have been a shame, you know, if that ball goes in the back of the net. The 45-minute effort you put in, I think it's been pretty good by Sacramento. Had a couple good chances. This would have been a shame, you know what I mean? So just got to be a little smarter.
See if they can take advantage. Sacramento trying to earn a foul on the other end. Matiasic down on the turf right now.
I think Matiasic might have caught an arm or an elbow.
Whistle's not coming favorably. Mitchell Tainter gets run over. And Mitchell Tainter is just a little bit upset. And it's going to let the other side know. Mitchell Tainter's got to be careful. He has Ochoa none too pleased. Adu comes in with a shove. And now the pushing continues on the other side. And Adu stands over. And it's gotten a little bit uncomfortable here as Adu is now being held by Shannon Gomez. And Adu is being hard to settle down. He keeps trying to get in the middle of things. Here's the thing, Las Vegas has nothing to lose. Sacramento has a player ejected. That's going to be a big loss come the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, this all starts with Mitchell Tainer. I mean, I think you got to show a little bit more maturity. You're going to go and stand over a guy and expect them not to get upset. You're going to go face to face with them.
Well, it was Ochoa originally who bowled over Mitchell Tainer. Mitchell Tainer did not take that too kindly.
Well, there's going to be some activity here with some cautions and cards.
Well, at the very least, Freddie Adu and probably Mitchell Tainer would receive a yellow here.
Let's see what's going to happen here. We got the referee speaking with Mitchell.
I mean, for Adu to shove someone 2 or 3 times here within this mix.
The caution for Tainer. So you see a yellow card pulled out. As a center back, you just got to be a little bit more, I think, mature. But as we've seen this year, I think there's, you know, Mitchell Tainer is a bit of a you know, starter of a dramatic player, if you will. And caution's given.
And they're giving it to Christian Torres for the second yellow card.
Yeah, let's take a look at this real quick. It looked like, I don't know if it was Freddie that was actually doing the pushing, but we'll get a look right here. Just it starts right there. I mean, there's a little bit of a push. I don't think there's anything that Sammy's doing that is out of line, and that's out of line in my opinion by Mitchell Tainer. There's no reason to even start this. Push there, but Freddie's going in. Exactly. I kind of agree with Freddie. Get back. Why you? There's no reason to do that. And the push comes from somebody else, and then the stand over here.
It's Torres.
But you're right. It is Christian Torres doing the pushing. But I think, like we've seen what I was saying about Mitchell Tainer all season, I think he's a bit a flair for the dramatic, if you will. Like, he's always going to get in your face. He's a fiery sort of defender, fiery personality. See, Simon's not too thrilled with the referee, Mr. Shepard, yeah.
Simon Shepard, the goalkeeper coach, taking it out on Jamie Padilla, who's the 4th official here tonight. So an injury early on in this half has added some time, and now here, the slight tussle between the two sides. A couple yellow cards shown. Thankfully, not much more than that, but Mitchell Tainer now, with 1 yellow card on the evening, has to be a bit careful. Not able to keep it in play will be Bajev, and so it'll be a throw here for Las Vegas. These extra minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Rayleigh Something Extra Rewards program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at rayleighs.com. So here's a match where you've got 2 teams. One's heading to the postseason, one's not. Still feels like a playoff-like atmosphere. So after 48 minutes here in the first half of action, no score from either side. Both had their chances, neither able to break through. Full halftime show coming up for you next. Don't go away as the 5 years of glory continues here in the My 58 and ESPN Plus, as we will show you how this club all got started more than 5 years ago.
Everyone knows there's a science to listening to someone who can't even speak. Yet, at UC Davis Health, we understand this. That's why we make it a point to look closer. Hi, little guy. To find out more. We want to partner with you in your care. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
You can have a large sale or a big sale, but only Lasher can have a huge sale. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, and this week only the Lasher's 5 dealerships in the Oak Grove Auto Mall are having a huge car and truck sale. For 6 days only, over 2,500 new and used cars are on sale. All makes and models, even certified. Now that's the right car right now. It's a huge car and truck sale, Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, Subaru, Acura, Audi, Volkswagen, and the Lasher Used Car Supercenter in the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at LasherAuto.com.
Every day, there are millions of stories, but the most important are the stories that impact you. Whether it's keeping your family safe,
these are the areas under a high alert because we're
understanding changes to your world,
new details continue to come in as we learn
or
more.
figuring out what the future holds.
City officials say this is a major breakthrough.
At 10 o'clock, we take more time to focus on the details that impact you most. KCRA 3 News at 10 on My 58, where the news comes first.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake an XL NY pizza topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Welcome back as we continue our celebration of 5 years of glory. No score at the half, but we're going to close out this 5 years of glory celebration of the season. This is 5 of 5, and for Sacramento Republic, we're going to finish right back where we started, but as we know, it all started just down the road at Hughes Stadium.
The goal was 10,000. We would be, surpassing all of our expectations. We could actually get 10,000 people in Hughes Stadium.
In front of the cameras, in front of the people, I said, we're going to sell out 21,500 seats.
I said, that's another 10,000 seats, man. He's like, why stop there? He's like, this is Sacramento. We can do it. If we can do 10,000, we can do 20,000. And he leaves the room. I believe it was 13 hours before opening night, we had sold 21,000 seats to the inaugural match at Hughes Stadium. I mean, the tickets were out, but you're still not sure if people are going to show up. And you come around the corner and you see that there's a line about 200 yards back going all the way to the parking garage.
It was a capacity crowd, and it was huge. And what was most heartening about it was that it was just this complete cross-section of Sacramento.
I never imagined in my wildest dream that we would see over 20,000 people there at that first match. And not only did you just have 20,000 people who were there, but 20,000 fans who were very loud, who were very boisterous, being very Sacramento fan-like.
And all these people had passion for two things. Again, soccer, they had passion for Sacramento. They were one, and they were a community. No matter how different they would be outside the stadium, when they were inside, they were with their people.
Regardless of whatever your political beliefs are, whatever your religion is, whatever your background is, you're all here for the same thing. It's this atmosphere that's magical.
Everybody's in the stadium, almost everybody. And we're kind of preparing to bring the team out on the field, and you hear this like,
Every person in that facility that was there at the time stopped. Everyone just stopped, turned, looked, and said, holy crap. I think there was a lot of people that just didn't know how many people in this region love this sport.
You can tell people what being a supporter group is, but until they experience it, those words are kind of empty. And as soon as we were in that corner with our drums and singing our songs and waving our flags, people from around that stadium said, well, I want to be in that section. And then as the game went on, the section got bigger and bigger and it went further back. I think that's when we really understood what we had in this community and with this culture and how passionate people are about soccer and how much they wanted to be a part of it.
They just kind of exuded the soul of what we were trying to do. And it was absolutely incredible.
I remember sort of going back and forth a little bit, both watching the game, but also just watching the crowd. And there it was, all the work, all the details, truly blood, sweat, and tears for a lot of people. And it was better than anybody expected.
The magnitude of those first games was beyond what any of us could have ever hoped for. Those games rival anything that I've seen in sports here in Sacramento because those games were really able to attract people and bring them together in a way that we'd seen a few times before.
We weren't trying to just be a sport. We weren't just trying to put the sport on the field. We were trying to create a movement. In our crest, we say that this is an indomitable city. Well, this is what indomitable means.
Of all the elements in the crest, the one that makes me tear up, the one that makes me want to run through a wall is the Herbs Indomita. Because that speaks to who we are.
Continue on here at the break alongside Kevin Goldthwait. I'm Rob McAllister. A fun night here at Papa Murphy's Park. As you saw that feature, 5 years of glory, and I think Joe Wagner cried in that one too. So
yeah, Joe showed a different side of Joe that we typically see. He's a very passionate man.
We love Joe. We love Joe. Big reason why we're all here today. Let's take a look. We've talked a little bit about this last couple of weeks here, but interesting is the USL Championship. More and more teams are going to be added here in the next 2 or 3 seasons. It's fascinating. I mean, people are falling in love with soccer, and people are putting money behind soccer clubs. This is only going to be a good thing down the line. Interesting how this is all going to break up when you have some of these new teams like Texas coming in, some of the teams on the East Coast and Nashville area, and Tennessee, I should say, all coming in. So what do you think about all this?
I think it's great for soccer. It's great for the sport here domestically. I think there's still probably some confusion with this setup, how it is, but it's very similar to that EPL sort of model. And at the end of the day, it's the wild, wild west right now in North American soccer. And I think a lot of people are trying to stake their flag somewhere on this landscape, and there's plenty of opportunities and plenty of options to do that.
A reminder, in 2014 when they won the championship, just 14 teams in the entire USL.
There's got to be like 60 now altogether. I mean, it's crazy, the growth the last couple of years.
All right, we'll talk more about 5 years of glory and have also the highlights and stats from the first half coming up after the break here from Papa Murphy's Park. Don't go away.
You can have a large sale or a big sale, but only Lasher can have a huge sale. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, and this week only, the Lasher's 5 dealerships in the Oak Grove Auto Mall are having a huge car and truck sale. For 6 days only, over 2,500 new and used cars are on sale. All makes and models, even certified. Now that's the right car right now. It's a huge car and truck sale, Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, Subaru, Acura, Audi, Volkswagen, and the Lasher Used Car Supercenter in the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at LasherAuto.com.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Hey guys, today we're here to talk about trucks.
I love trucks.
What the heck is that? Whoa. What truck brand comes from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road?
I think it's the Chevy.
Ford.
Is it Ford? Nope, it's not Ford.
I think it's Ram.
Is it Ram? Not Ram.
It's Chevy.
That's right. From the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road.
Gorgeous. Chevy hit it out of the ballpark with these.
With Toyota Care no-cost maintenance and the most advanced standard safety features in its class, RAV4 is a safe and reliable way to get from A to B. Good thing, because in California, there's a whole lot to see. Wouldn't it be nice if the scenic route came with peace of mind? Now get a whopping $2,500 cash back on RAV4 or low 0% financing for 60 months on RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
Halftime continues here. Papa Murphy's Park. Looking to look at the TIFO. We Are Republic. Created by the staff of the Sacramento Republic for the fans here at Papa Murphy's Park and you at home as well. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda. Early on, Sacramento had the step on Las Vegas. And what a fun start to this one here. As you saw, Elliott Horde create a little bit of space behind him, but Jev and company were following Matty Osich, but just a better save by Thomas Olson.
Yeah, Thomas Olson does a fantastic job and a great run by Yuri Matty-Osich. An even better ball in the box. Really difficult for Yuri to even try to redirect that on target. Does a great job, but like I said, just a better save.
And then Bajev with an opportunity as well. A little bit of a heavy pass early on and then sends one close. Isley goes down, but Thomas Olson has held his ground. A couple of pretty big saves already tonight.
Yeah, he's done a great job. There's probably an argument for handball right there. Was that arm in an unnatural position? Who knows? Not called one way or the other.
First good opportunity for Las Vegas. Freddie Adu came in strong, uses his left foot, just missed target.
Yeah, it's a decent ball from Avia. The flick to the back post finds Freddie all sorts of time. And a good tackle, actually. Good job by Elliott Horde closing down.
And then the build-up from Sacramento getting better. Their combination play vastly improving. And here's a chance for Iwasa. Just an awkward opportunity from his weaker foot.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like he's committed to that strike. Kind of between two minds maybe as it's coming across, but ultimately I think he does the right decision. Just the technique lets him down. You got to have a one-time strike.
So neither team able to break through after 48 minutes and change. And let's take a look now at our Lasher Elk Grove Subaru halftime stats. And Sacramento, more opportunities, not able to put them away. Fairly balanced. Each side has had good looks, but overall I think Sacramento's been the better team. The question is, what can they do now heading into the next 45 here, Kevin, to secure 3 points?
Yeah, I think ultimately you just got to keep doing what you've been doing. Really try to work Christian Isley in that gap in the seams and play off of him and have that kind of be the catalyst for your attack. But even more importantly, I think the chances are going to come. You just got to take the chance. So at the end of the day, it's a simple equation. You got to score more goals than they do. I think Sacramento's had better chances in the first half. Now in the second half, let's see if they can take those chances to actually get something in the back of the net.
Las Vegas can be dangerous. Scored 4 goals on the game and Wednesday against Phoenix. And let's take a look. Home playoff match brought to you by Western Health Advantage. Coming up next Saturday, 7:30. Who we're playing, we don't quite know. Sacramento can up with a 2nd or 3rd seed and could play most likely St. Louis, could be San Antonio, could be Portland. So we'll see how everything shakes up. Could be potentially even Swope Park, I believe. So we'll see how it all shakes down. But neither way, it's going to be a home match right here at Papa Murphy's Park. And I guess that is the most important thing, Kevin. It's been 2 years since. And the last time Republic had a home playoff match, they lost to Orange County. That was in 2016. See if they can reverse that troubling trend. But overall, you look at the playoff picture, Kevin, no other team in the last 5 years has made the playoffs every 5 seasons. I think we're getting a little bit spoiled here in Sacramento.
I mean, we really are. And it's great to have, and I think it's a testament to the staff. I mean, you know, the front office, really, whether it's been Graham Smith or Todd Donovan, Paul Buckle, Preki, Simon Elliott. I completely agree that hopefully we don't take this for granted as fans, because this does not happen very often. The quality that's come out from this team every year has been second to none.
Whistle blows, second half starts. Quickly, the Republic looking to attack. And on the left side, no changes for the Republic. And for the Lights, things will stay the same as well. Choa, Guzman up top for the Lights. Matiasic, Isley, and Bajev. Which front trio or duo will get their respective teams on the board first? Mitchell Tainer has to track things down before Daniel Guzman looks to chase it. Josh Cohen again has played every single minute of this USL season for the Republic. Hoping to close it out and help Sacramento earn their 20th victory on the season, allowing a Western Conference best, just 32 goals on the year. Schmidt looking to switch to find Espino. Espino slicing through, cuts it through, getting past Torres. Torres is going to smartly play it out for a throw. Torres hit with a yellow card in that skirmish between the two sides after pushing Mitchell Tainer, who stood up. He also earned a yellow. Matiasic with the game's first in the 30th.
You know, really interesting decision here. We haven't talked about this too much, but seeing how far back Camalosa is playing tonight, kind of filling in for Jeremy Hall, or just in front of Hayden Partain, almost as a holding midfielder. And like I said, interesting decision by Simon, you know, to take your thoroughbred of scoring all your goals and putting it back in the midfield, kind of neutralizing his threat going forward a little bit. Going to be leaning on other guys like Matiasic, Bijev, maybe Isley to get a goal here tonight.
So we haven't talked too much about it, but Jeremy Hall and Emra Clementa both out being called up to their international teams, Montenegro and Puerto Rico. How does that impact this game here tonight? Jeremy Hall, the captain of this team. Emra Clementa, since signed, pretty much became a starter as a foul is drawn as Espino. What does that do in these situations, especially in tight games like this?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got your veteran and, you know, these international call-ups, other leagues across the world, they don't have to deal with it because you get the week off, not here in the U.S. So, I mean, it does affect the team. It's two of your better players that you're missing. And, you know, two of your veteran players, two of your more, you know, vocal leaders that we see. So, I mean, it's definitely, you know, a loss for Sacramento not to have those two guys in the lineup here tonight.
And the good news is that you have players that are performing at that level. And Simon alluded to this, is that quick touch by Espino taken out underneath, and a foul is drawn as Freddie Adu goes in hard. Espino was looking to break toward goal.
Now it looks like Espino just wanted that a little bit more than Freddie Adu there. It looks like Freddie maybe took some incidental contact on the back of his head.
But back to Emra and Jeremy, and Simon Elliott said, you know, it's a good thing we have guys performing and they're taking notice of what they're doing at this level. So he said, you know what, it's a loss, yes, but it's also, in a sense, it's good to see your players getting recognized.
Totally. I mean, it means, you know, people are watching these games. You know, the national team coaches are watching the USL. I think it goes to show, like, what this league is capable of and the talent that's here.
Schmidt's going to move forward. He may send one toward goal. Olsen, nobody there. And a turnover by Sacramento. And Kevin, makes you a little frustrated. We've seen a couple
two
nights.
or three in a row right here, but Justin Schmidt, I mean, you gotta value the ball a little better. You just fired a ball chest high into Isley, you know, a minute ago, and then that decision right there. It's, you know, it's a home run ball. It's got to be perfectly played.
Matiasic with a step. Las Vegas wanted a handball, won't get it. Here's Bajev just outside the 18. Looking to his left, trying to get past Manley, and he's held down. The ball skirts out of play.
God, I've been impressed with Manley tonight.
Just 22 years of age.
Defensively, has done a really good job earlier in this game. He's going 1v1 against Shannon Gomez, and Gomez gets by him, but he uses his pace to catch up with Shannon Gomez, which, I mean, not many people can do that. And he does a great job there, 1v1 against one of Sacramento's most talented attacking players in that situation. I've got money on Bijev 9 times out of 10. Doesn't matter who he's playing against. And Carter Manley does a great job there defensively.
Manley has made 7 appearances, 4 starts for Minnesota United here in this 2018 MLS season. Was sent here in Las Vegas on loan to get some more playing time. Ado with Horde. Horde pushed into the corner. It'll be a throw for the Las Vegas Lights. The Lights was one of the brightest kits. This is more of a tame here in this away, but if you're home, it's the black, yellow, embodying that Las Vegas style. Throw here deep in the box as Cohen gets to it before Ochoa is able to make a move. Ochoa on the year, 8 goals, 6 assists, tying exactly what he did in 25 appearances with the Republic a year ago. Quick touch, Matty Osage is onside. Heavy here, he's gonna have to circle back. Into the corner it goes. Gonna cross in, here's Isley battling Partain. Partain still wins it. He wants to lose it for a moment. Herrera Perla, who went down with an apparent injury early, got back up and has been okay ever since. That was about the 30th minute mark, where Matty Osage was hit with a yellow card for stepping on him in an inadvertent play. Poking it free.
Avia, the risky tackle pays off.
Avia with Phoenix Rising. Big time player with UC Santa Barbara, helped them to a NCAA championship before joining MLS. Here's Gomez. Gomez goes down to the box, will not draw the foul.
Well, how that's not looked at a little harder. I mean, Shannon Gomez gets a push in the back, in the box.
Look at Ochoa move. Cohen has to move it away quickly.
He looks pretty trim, though. I mean, from seeing him last year.
I agree.
I think he looks physically.
Maybe the heat running in Las Vegas a little bit. Under Isidro Sanchez, whose future is unknown as well. After his father, the technical director, has stepped away. Las Vegas is drawn mostly between 4,000 and 5,000 fans. They do play at the AAA baseball park. And speaking of the baseball parks and how the pitches are laid out in those situations, there's another direct ball from the back. Last time in about the 3-back, where they were putting 3 and 5 and then 3 in front, and then now back to a 4-4 or 4-3-3. And he said, you know, it really had a lot to do with who we were playing and what type of pitch we're playing on. He said, we're just more effective in this 4-3-3 in the way we play here. Here's Espino. Nearly with a step through. And now Las Vegas looking to counter. Back to Garcia. Garcia trying to keep this attack.
What a ball.
On the move. Switches the field. Ball living, throw. Tainer get to it. Espino's played well tonight. Now can Sacramento take the counter and push it forward on their own? Look at the pace of Gomez in front of him. Dribbling up is Bijev, leaving it for Matty Osage. Gives a shot on goal. Hits off the post. A rebound shot just outside the 6 as Isley couldn't sneak in. Or no, it's Bijev who couldn't sneak in.
Thomas Olsen, what a wonderful job. That first shot from Matty Osage didn't look like it had too much pace, but great placement on it. A good save by Olsen off the post, and then an ability to get back up again and make another save.
And Bijev was right there to try to clean it up. A throw for the Republic.
It's kind of been the story of the night so far, Rob, where we've almost been able to get inside.
Well, how many times have you said just find target? Matty Osage does this, that, just breaks through. Now he's in, goes down, and it's going to be called just outside the 18.
Whew, that's
Fans
close.
here are a bit perplexed.
It's a great piece of skill. You got a yellow card shown here as well. Yellow card shown, but still right outside the box. Let's get another look at this if we can and see how close this is. But it's a great job by Bijev. Looks like Mendoza picks up the yellow card, but Matty Osage does a great job using the pressure from Mendoza. Just a little spin, and they're still grabbing. It's close. I mean, the foul's probably outside the box. I think the referee gets it right.
Looked like it happened just outside Matiotic, then going down inside the 18. Dangerous situation here. Sacramento looks to get the games first.
Yeah, let's see what Sacramento, what Partain elects to do right now. These runs, this is a tough little set piece spot.
It'll be the Frisco native, Hayden Partain. Partain drills it hard. Looking for a second opportunity was Espino, but had to hold his ground to play the counter. Horde looking to have someone make a run. Wide open is Isley. Looking to clean it up as he walks out! Number 17 on the year, and he puts the Republic up by 1.
That great job by Sacramento. That set piece, that's a tough spot, like I said. But Elliott Horde does a wonderful job, picks up that second ball, sees he has a little bit of time, and it looks like Las Vegas is just completely out of sorts there. The back four, they're still kind of talking to each other. People are thinking that Isley's offside, but Isley, what a little clever little nod down to Kamawasa. And then Kamawasa shows his athleticism again. Bit off balance, the ball's a bit behind him, and just puts it off the top of the crossbar right back in. So you get a look, the ball served in, bouncing around a little bit. And then check out the second ball, won by Elliott Horde. No pressure, no pressure. Why not take your time? And then Isley, great run, sees that run across the face. Kamawasa, and just roofs it. It's a great finish by Kamawasa, and good play between, combination play between him and Isley. And I talked about, I think Isley's going to be so important tonight. Not necessarily scoring goals, but getting himself into positions, the back to goal situation we talked about. The nod downs, the combination play, and Isley's done a really good job here tonight.
So it's 1-0. Cameron Iwasa, 17 on the year. Christian Isley with his second assist on the season. First time those two have connected. They look good here tonight. Meanwhile, Isidro Sanchez going to his bench, and he's bringing up one of his top players in Carlos Alvarez, who replaces Freddie Adu. Meanwhile, Omar Salgado will also enter the match here for this light side, as Sanchez apparently had seen enough of that lackluster action coming from this Las Vegas side. Espino, quick, easy touch. Torres there. And Torres still trying to clear this ball. Espino has been all over the pitch tonight. Iwasa, however, has held on to the game-winning goal right now. The Sacramento Republic could have a chance at the number 2 seed. Phoenix and Portland are still scoreless. A draw or a loss by Phoenix, and Sacramento will earn that number 2 seed if they can hold on to 3 points here this evening. Still plenty of time, however, as 33 minutes still left in this match. Manley moving forward for the Lights. Manley goes down. Sabata will not earn the call. Cameron Iwasa goes down, and Carlos Alvarez is quickly whistled. Alvarez, one of the top players for this Las Vegas side. Played with Chivas USA. 7 goals, 5 assists on the year out of Los Angeles, California. But he has been a special player for this team. Scored a goal against this Republic side the last time they met. They scored just 85 seconds into the match. Republic were able to counter and tie it up and earn the draw on the road. Ball sent forward for Mitchell Tainer. Back to Ochoa. Torres and Horde going shoulder to shoulder here. Torres into the corner. Salgado. Quick touch. Opportunity for Mendoza. Matiotic able to take it away, and Matiotic will work it into the corner, but it will be a deep throw for this Republic side, who is all the way back near that flag.
Tell you what, you got Omar Salgado Exciting. This guy was, when I was in Portland, he came up and trained with us for a couple of months. 16, 17-year-old kid was absolutely dynamite. I think he ended up getting drafted to Vancouver, spent some time, went back down to Mexico.
#1 overall pick in 2011. Tigres, his last team. He's a long, lengthy striker. You can see his size right now matched up against Elliott Horde. Horde battling, good cross sent in. And Ochoa with the left foot sends it to the Tower Bridge Battalion.
Decent effort there by Sammy Ochoa, trying to get his body right as that ball's coming in. Difficult piece of skill right there.
And Salgado was originally questionable for tonight, dealing with an upper body injury, but came in off the bench as soon as that goal was scored by Cameron Iwasa. And already starting to have an impact. Tainer leaving it for Espino. Bad turnover here. Garcia gives it right back. Herrera Perla leaving it for Salgado. Isley. Matty Osic now moving forward. Sacramento looking to make a run. Manley behind. Here's Bajev and a save by Olsen.
Tell you what, that's a great effort from Bajev. That first time ball. I like the decision to do that, because if you're going to collect that ball and try to do something, serve it back in the box, there's a lot of work to be done. So why not just have a strike from that moment? Maybe you're going to catch Olsen coming across the goal a little bit late, but picks it cleanly, a little half volley. It's a great job by Bajev.
Into the corner goes for the Republic, who lead this game by a goal. Iwasa assisted by Isley. Ball driven low. Isley, Matty Osic. Matty Osic sends it over the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad ball. Not a pretty good place for Sacramento to find somebody. Just want a little flick. Just a little flick to that far post. If you're Matty Osic.
So Thomas Olsen allowing his 7th goal in the season in 4 appearances. Does have 15 saves on the year. Christian Torres. Torres looking for Salgado, lets it through.
Now look at this hold-up play by Isley.
Herrera
Announcer's jinx right there, but that's where he's so good. And honestly, like, I don't think I've seen a player like Christian Isley in the 5 years here in Sacramento to have a striker that can hold the ball up as well as he does.
You could put Justin Braun probably right there, but even still, even Isley has been fantastic here in 2018. And Justin was maybe more back to goal than actually hold up play. As Tainer tries to get someone to make a run, a little bit too heavy.
I need nervy moments right now for Sacramento. I think they need to try to figure out a way to keep the ball.
Republic, if they're able to hold on, would have 65 points on the season and move to their 20th victory on the year. For a team that we talked about in the pregame who was struggling in July, and some fans were calling for Simon Elliott and maybe a potential change, and was he the right guy to choose here for this season? I think those questions have been answered and nonetheless quieted from this moment on. Torres, a little give and go working along this side. Salgado. Omar with a hard cross in. Back to Torres with the left foot, volleys it down, tries to go for goal. Gets away from him. But how about Salgado? Just the pace on his strikes and his crosses is just enough to take notice.
Yeah, like you mentioned, just a long, lengthy type striker. Likes to play out wide. Great left foot on him.
He's played on several youth national teams for the United States. U17, U18, U20, and U23. And probably a bit surprising for you seeing him at an early age here at the USL level.
Completely agree. I think once again, similar to like a Freddie Adu situation, but not nearly as hyped up in the media, but still a young kid, you know, 17 years, I believe, 17 years old he was when he was drafted, maybe 18. And same thing, like who knows what I was doing when I was 17 or 18, but I definitely wasn't thinking about playing professional soccer.
For your favorite Republic gear at the new Team Store kiosk at Arden Fairs, where you can find it, located next to Madwell. On level 1, the kiosk is open 7 days a week. And here's an opportunity for Las Vegas as Gomez is hit with the game's 5th yellow card.
Take a look at this. They're completely disagreeing with it. So if we're going to look, Paula seems to be relatively card happy today.
Alex Mendoza goes down. So here is Gomez. Oh, well.
I mean, there isn't much there. I mean, what do you want? I mean, he just does get the ball. It's not like he's going studs up. It's not dangerous. It's what you get when you're going to go in for a challenge. Unlucky for Shannon, I think.
Well, before we interrupt with that, just remember that you can find the Republic team gear at Arden Fair Mall now. You can visit Team Store online as well if you're still looking for a gift for the Republic fan in your household. The Republic started the season with a 7-game unbeaten streak. They're currently on that same track here, but looking to make it 8 straight without a defeat. They have a 1-goal advantage after Cameron Iwasa was able to put his 17th goal in the season. Here a little bit of trouble. Las Vegas gets it in deep. And it'll be a corner kick for Las Vegas.
Once again, a lot of disagreement.
The boos come out here at Papa Murphy's Park. Tower Bridge Battalion standing on their feet, drums still going. And now there's an incident between the the Republic and the Lights as a bit of shoving is going on. And
so Sacramento, be smart, just get out of there.
Lucas,
I mean, there's someone being grabbed initially. I don't even know who it was, who did it, but then still now we're all this extracurricular stuff. You're just going to get yourself into trouble if you're Sacramento.
And Luis Espino was sent down.
And let's see what Sapala does here. I mean, like, I think there's a serious. I don't know why Sapala was even backing up and not like calming everybody down initially when it looked like Espino goes down. I don't know what Lights player, which one it was.
I think it was Salgado, but now Josh Cohen is into the face of Lucas Spala as well. And Herrera Perla is going to get a talking to, and he may get.
So here's a look. So Espino's got the ball right here. The Lights are giving him a hard time. Okay, fine. Here's the ball back. You got it. And then the grab's right there. The grab's right here. And all of a sudden, this is where Sapala needs to step in and calm things down. He's just backing off. You're clearly going to get more reaction. Just poor game management, in my opinion, by Sapala.
It looks like Alex Mendoza and Simon Elliott wants an explanation, especially here in the final match where, again, Las Vegas has nothing to lose.
Look at the scene here. This Sapala's got no control of this game right now. He's got an angry mob waiting for him. He's got to figure this out. Yeah, there's another push. There was another push in there, and I don't know if it might have been Justin Schmidt for Sacramento.
There was 2 by Las Vegas.
There's 2 players on the ground for unnecessary hands to the upper body. I don't know what classification. I mean, it looks like Elliott Horde. Was it Elliott a part of it?
Well, and back it up. And Luis Espino had the ball at his feet. However, there was a ball already being laid down the corner. Espino was sending it out of play.
Yeah, Espino's. I mean, it's a little cheeky move by Espino, just trying to kill some time. But this is the grab right there.
Looks like
Mendoza. It looked like it might have been Mendoza. I mean, either way, we got a lot of cautions to deal with already so far in this game. So if this is going to be a few extra ones, there's probably going to be someone who's going to be sent off here. You know, was it Ochoa that might have been over there initially with Espino?
I do apologize. We were looking
I think it might have been Ochoa. I think it might have been Ochoa initially. There's a card. One given to Elliott, one to Ochoa. No, Paula, what are you doing?
So Matty Osich got one to the 30th, Tainer in the 45th, Torres in the 45th because of shoving between the two sides. And then here we've now had Mendoza, Guzman, Ochoa, and Horde.
Yeah, so we see Cam Watson. What about 14? What about 14? You can I mean, yeah, we can read lips too. We know what he's saying. I agree with him. I think Sapala's got it wrong. I mean, he just looks like a deer in headlights out there too. I don't know if this is, might be too big for his britches here, Rob.
Plenty of booze here at Papa Murphy's Park. And after all of that, they'll reset here. Nearly 70 minutes gone by. And I think Las Vegas is lucky that it went against Sammy Ochoa instead of Mendoza, which would have been his second. He would have been gone. Salgado sending one deep, headed toward goal just over the top, and Cohen will get a goal kick here. Sacramento fans a bit displeased, to say the least. They have a 1-0 lead here, but Kevin, now that's twice we've seen skirmishes. 2 yellow cards handed out in each incident, but more importantly, Sacramento has to be the smarter team as they have a game next Saturday. Las Vegas does not.
Yeah, the nail on the head with that decision or that comment, Rob. It's simple. Sacramento cannot be brought down to that level of tomfoolery because it's just silly. You know, you start risking red card situations, you know, and that'd be the worst case scenario for someone to have to sit out next week, maybe even get hurt for that matter too. But if you miss a game next week for just this silliness against Las Vegas tonight, I think this is where Sacramento needs to kind of show its maturity here and hopefully get some of the older guys. You know, Cam Watson is wearing that armband today. Let's see if he can talk his guys down and get them to calm down and not even get themselves involved in those situations. Just remove yourself.
And here's the situation where Watson's the guy to be the captain, but an Adam Moffat who's out for the year. Jeremy Hall, who's up for international duty. 2 of your longtime veterans who've had plenty of years in MLS, and a foul is whistled against Sammy Ochoa.
So this is what you see. Is like I think Sapala just he's making makeup calls now because I believe he thinks that he messed that up. So we would agree with him. You did mess it up down there.
And where's the help coming from Brandon Chapman, who's the assistant referee on that side, clearly with a view of what is taking place. You have to have some help here, and I don't think he's gotten it either.
So now, I mean, we got 20 minutes left or so. And let's see the game management by Sacramento.
Feel a little bit of the buzz here at Papa Murphy's Park as well. Bajev in the corner with Espino. 20 minutes or so remain here in this match. It'll be likely 4 minutes of extra time. Foul whistled against Justin Schmidt, so we'll have a bit of extra stoppage time to come. Either way, the Republic can add one more. They can likely walk away with 3 points. Las Vegas has had a couple of chances, but they've brought in 2 of their best players in Carlos Alvarez and Omar Salgado to try to even things up. They were quick substitutions by Sanchez after the first goal by the Republic. Going up, Tainter wins the header. Now a second ball chance for Isley, perfectly laid. Down to Matty Osich. Matty Osich trying to spring forward. Here's Espino. Espino's breaking through for the pack. Looking to go 1v1. Taken down in the box. May have gotten the ball just before, and so it'll be a throw for the Republic. A hard challenge coming on that weak side from what appears to be Miguel Carduno.
It might have been Torres. It might have been Torres. It's a wonderful tackle. You know, it's a long run by Espino. I don't know if he's got a cramp going.
And Torres will help him out in what is right now the most friendliest move between the two sides. It was Torres.
That's risky. I tell you what, you fully commit yourself. You're in the box. Good tackle nonetheless, strong tackle.
He got the ball first just in time.
Let's see what happens here with Simon. We start thinking about some sort of substitution. But a good break by Sacramento. I like the buildup. I think it's a great ball out by Matiasic. Started once again with a back-to-goal play from Christian Isley, finding Matiasic, and Matiasic takes the turn and sees
Well, an unsung hero to me tonight is Luis Espino. He's been fantastic. Seems to perform well when given the opportunity. Howard just looking to get it in. He's having trouble. Will lay it up over the top. Here's for Isley. Isley left it for Espino. Wasn't there. Now Christian Torres will look upfield. Little payback coming from Luis Espino with a hard challenge. So Las Vegas is about to make their final substitution of the night. It'll be a longtime MLS veteran, Daigo Kobayashi. Already sub Salgado and Carlos Alvarez into this match. Tainter being pressured by Salgado, and a foul in the back is moving away. Salgado will whistle, will earn the whistle and get a talking to. Well, don't miss a minute of the action in 2019. Place your deposit for the 2019 season ticket membership for just $50 per ticket and get priority to purchase your membership before they go on sale to the public. Go to sacrepublicfc.com/season tickets for more information.
technical difficulties with the board, apparently.
You know what?
Fourth official had to get creative.
You know what never goes out? Is a paper and pens. Unless you can run out of ink, that's probably the worst. But yeah, I don't think we've seen that in 5 years. And only fitting it comes to the very last match. So Avila is out, Kobayashi is in, most recently of New England before coming to Las Vegas. Played in Vancouver before that. But here's a player who has had some pretty successful campaigns in America's top division. 4 goals, 2 assists on the year for the 35-year-old Japanese native. Garcia coming in was Isley. Iwasa laying it out for Gomez. Mendoza looking to cut off, and Mendoza still the lucky one, not able to catch him was the referee Lucas Sapala on a push that would have earned his 2nd yellow and thus out of the game. And it would have been Las Vegas who were down to 10 men. However, they were able to escape it and will keep on playing with 11. Ball out of play, throw for Las Vegas.
That ball needs to get there earlier from Elliott.
7 yellow cards handed out tonight in just 70 minutes. Ball back to Cohen as Ochoa looks to chase. And a collision out in the open field.
Elliott's just grabbing a little jersey right there. He's going to get caught every time.
Rafael Garcia, 30-year-old California native.
You see Simon having a conversation. Once again, I'm not a lip reader, but I think I saw a few choice words.
Into the 6th. Can Sacramento spring forward? They've been successful tonight on the counters. Tracking back is Mendoza.
Gomez. Decent opportunity. Looks like it does come off of Carter Manley, though, so still retains possession. Sacramento does here. But a good run by Bijev, I think. It's not, you know, out-and-out counterattack pace, but it's enough pace to get yourself up the field with some supporting runs coming with you. Nice touch.
Kobayashi's first touch.
A good one.
He's been in and out of the lineup as of late, primarily used as a substitute in these final month of the season, as Raul Mendiola and others have come onto this club. No Mendiola into the 18 here. Big surprise for this Republic side. Ball switched to the right side. Manley with a hard cross in. Justin Schmidt to the head. Garcia. Give credit to this Lights team. They continue to play even though their season is over. Long ball, it's going to be Cohen outside of 6. And you just go back to Wednesday night, Kevin. There was no reason for this team to really continue to fight. And they would go on to score 4 in the second half. All 3 substitutions made by the Lights. They are looking to win. Back heel coming. Ochoa back to his left foot, kept on the ground. Can Sacramento clear it away? They do.
Just put it in the channel. Hook it. A great run by Isley.
Salgado back to Mendoza. Carter Manley off the back of Gomez. Matiasic. Iwasa puts it in to the channel, waiting for Bajev. To it was Garduno, who sends it deep into the stands. And it came back, and so it'll be a throw for the Republic. And how about this? Young Academy players, Quincy Butler making his appearance for the season for Sacramento. One of the stars that we've seen him a couple times in the U.S. Open Cup throughout the last 2 years. An electric player in Quincy Butler. He'll take out Luis Espino at a very good night, and he gets a round of applause from this club. Cameron Iwasa quickly over to Butler to tell him it's time to get your head in it, time to play here. There's a big game on the line. How about this for the 16-year-old Quincy Butler?
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what.
Just turned 17.
Just turned 17. You can get minutes in a professional game at 17 years old, and meaningful minutes in a USL professional game. What a great experience for Quincy here. Let's see how he could come out here and perform and link up with his teammates.
He was the star in that second half against LAFC as a substitute. Absolutely showed some great promise. And here he is, has worked his way throughout the year to get on the pitch tonight. Now he is signed onto a professional contract as an amateur status, which means he is still eligible to play at the collegiate level and is not officially getting paid by the club, but can train and play here at the USL level.
Yeah, what a wonderful thing that exists now in professional soccer, where you have these opportunities for these young guys to still retain your amateur status. But just to get meaningful minutes like this at 17 years old, I mean, it's absolutely priceless for these guys. And talk about development.
Ford gets it just in front of Salgado. Butler, a Sacramento native, academy player, had 26 goals and 83 appearances for the academy program. Kobayashi to Torres to the left side. The left back will switch this ball in, and it looks to Cohen with another nice snag up there. An athletic Cohen. We don't talk a lot about Josh Cohen's quick first step and very smart decision making. There again, not afraid to take chances. Has some pretty nice athletic skills as well. Matiasic turning the corner, moving, being held, and the whistle coming. Pretty easy call.
That's a great job by Matiasic, just using that pressure from Mendoza.
Quick start for the Republic. Gomez. Sacramento with a 1-goal lead here. Cameron Iwasa from Christian Isley in the 55th minute. Iwasa number 17 on the season. He's looking for more. Butler's first touch just outside the 18. Gonna chip one in, back little cross, and it goes to the back post. And here is holding is Bijev. Carlos Alvarez. Alvarez has been quiet since he came on as a sub in the 56th minute. Lazy challenge coming. Kobayashi running into Partain. Partain loses his footing. Sacramento still with 2 substitutions left in this match. Torres. Likely with stoppage time, you're probably looking at about 10 minutes still left in this match. Mendoza goes back for it. Here across the center line, alongside Kevin Goldthwait and Rob McAllister. We appreciate you tuning in all season long here. Season number 5 for the Sacramento Republic. Garcia moving forward into the corner, Torres. Horde to come in, ricochets off Horde. Here's a cleanup shot attempt over the top bar.
A bit of deflection on the way down there. Looks like Sanchez is on that sideline looking for a penalty. But tough job, tough ball for Omar Salgado. It might have been Carlos Alvarez.
It was Carlos Alvarez with the left foot turning back. It was
you're leaning away. I think it might be Omar, but you're leaning away from the goal. It's hard to keep that, hit it with any sort of pace and still keep it under the crossbar. Difficult piece of skill by Omar.
It was Salgado. Salgado has looked good into this match, has had an impact for sure.
Another great layoff.
Look at Iwasa weaving his way through. Mendoza's there to bump him off, looking for a teammate. He'll circle it back out to Gomez, holding on to that possession.
Cam's shown pretty well in that middle of the park here tonight. Gets himself a goal. Doesn't matter where the guy plays, he scores goals.
No player has scored as many goals in a season as Cameron Iwasa for the Sacramento Republic. 17 is where he'll likely end this 2018 season. Still time for one more. Fans would love it here to have a nice send-off. Looking to make it 8 straight without a defeat. Torres and company trying to ruin the party. Header coming in strong by Ochoa. Back to Kobayashi, whiffing on it. Hayden Partain able to pick it up. Partain into the corner, keeps it at his feet. Here's Butler turning forward, being held down by Garcia, and that's going to be a yellow card. The game's 8th. And Quincy Butler goes down hard.
Yeah, and hopefully this isn't anything, just a knock and not some sort of twist or tweak. I hate to see that from Quincy. Looks like he's up, he's okay. But good job, well done by the young guy. That's the right foul, really, if you're Garcia as well. I mean.
And I'll tell you what, the two sidelines are a little bit heated over that last play. And Simon, the goalkeeper coach, a little bit furious, having a word with Isidro Sanchez. It has been a high-octane match. Tempers have flared more than once here this evening. And the fans here a bit buzzed. And a lazy play. Here's the man with an opportunity for Isley. Tried to cut it back in and broken up just in time. Nearly had a wide open look at Thomas Olsen.
Yeah, just a really bad decision by Omar Salgado right there, allowing Christian Isley to get in. But thankfully for Omar, you know, one of your center backs able to clean your mess up.
Isley almost should have just taken a strike right away. Matty Osich being held by Garcia. Pushed off Herrera Perla, able to get this break going for the Lights. Pops up on Kobayashi. Republic lead 1-0. And let's take a look around the USL, and what we're all keeping our eyes on is this Phoenix versus Portland. And right now the Timbers 2 with a 1-0 advantage, which means if that score holds and this one does here, the Republic would end the regular season in 2nd place and would have 65 points and host not only the first playoff match, but should they win round 1, would host the second here at Papa Murphy's Park. Butler goes down again. The foul is drawn on Torres. And the Republic will quickly set.
I think Quincy's had like 3 or 4 touches and been kicked 3 or 4 times as well. '88th minute here, rolling into the 89th. In all reality now, like, let's figure out a way, Sacramento, be mature, figure out a way to kill this game out.
So the goal coming in the 85th minute for Portland, Augustine Williams. An assist by Jack Barnby. So Portland trying not to fall all the way down to the 8th spot. Right now, the Timbers, if they would finish with the win here, would be in 6th place and would take on Phoenix in the first match down in Arizona. Carlos Alvarez back for it. Here's a chance, Ochoa deep in the box. Schmidt defending. Republic to hold on just for a few more minutes. Make smart plays. Here's an opportunity to cross, and it just missed wide. And it was Omar Salgado who nearly tied this in the 90th minute.
God, there's way too much space right there. Justin Schmidt, you got back. There's no way that Sammy Ochoa should be able to turn that quickly and get a ball. A clean service in the box. So defensively, you have to be able to close that space down and not allow that service. And it's specifically how late it was. It's going to allow for a lot of late runs, delayed runs that are hard to pick up and match. Very nervous moments here for Sacramento.
Here's substitution, the 90th minute. Coming out of the match is Christian Isley. Another solid performance, held up play. And the youngest player to sign a professional contract at the time for the Republic, Roberto Hadagon out of Roseville, is getting into the game here. Had appeared on the 18 a couple of times this season. However, here he is tonight in crucial moments for this Republic side who's looking to secure the second overall seed in the Western Conference, getting his first run of action. And the fourth official has indicated 4 minutes of stoppage time. These extra minutes are brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards Program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at rayleighs.com. As we talk about that first round of playoffs, Butler commits the foul. Tickets are on sale, and the USL playoffs are presented by UC Davis Health. Round one will take place right here at Papa Murphy's Park next Saturday night at 7:30, October 20th. Tickets are on sale, Ticketmaster.com or sacrepublic.com/playoffs. Thomas Olsen up, and Garcia is going to loft one toward Cohen. Here's a little bit of a dangerous play. It's Cohen who snags it out of the air.
Yeah, almost just a literal Hail Mary right there. Josh Cohen's got to go up between a lot of traffic. Looked like an Aussie rules football play right there.
Matias is just a quick stepper, quicker, onside, Hadagon! Hadagon just missed it!
I don't know how
this place would have erupted.
I don't know how he's not offside, but it's not, no flag, no whistle nonetheless. I do like the idea from Hadagon to just try to a little chip over the goalkeeper as he's coming out. Just gets a little bit too much of it. And look at this right now. It's a great ball. Look at this ball by Matias. That no-look ball. Hadagon just does everything.
Look how pace he's showing. Being held again. And he has been called for the foul, and a strong shove coming from Herrera Perla. And how he's not sent out of the match at this point in time.
This is ridiculous. How's that only a yellow card?
Unbelievable.
How is that only a yellow card?
And now Quincy Butler is into the mix.
So once again, this is another time for Sapala to figure this out, but he still can't figure it out. And you're only going to keep allowing that to happen. Silly. Just a bit of a handball there, not the worst thing. And that's, I mean, absolutely no place in the game for that.
Red card should be out.
Absolutely.
Gone. Lost control of this game is an understatement by Lucas Spalla. Cooler heads have prevailed from both teams, even though there's been shoving from both sides. Garcia, another direct ball looking for Kobayashi to get ahead of it. Opportunity for come-ups for Salgado. Justin Schmidt now down to Gomez. Gomez trying to get it out of play. A throw for the Lights, quickly in. Bajev looking to aid in some help. Carter Manley. Back to Manley along the touchline. Look to his left foot. Will send a deep cross in. It's Ochoa cleaning it up. Iwasa will get it away. Hadagon committing the foul.
That's
a foul.
It's a foul. Yeah, but my point is at this point in the game, set pieces are the last thing you want to start conceding unnecessarily. So Hadagon, if you're taking a learning experience from this, at that moment, you got to be ultra conservative. I do like the feistiness from him, going out there, being able to get himself mixed up with a few things. But still, a very dangerous part of the pitch for a set piece, and Sacramento's looked a bit nervy the last few minutes.
And we haven't even talked about substitute. Cole Seiler not able to play in this because of 2 yellow cards. His last match played very well in the midfield. Here's Kobayashi, the left on the left side of the post. Second ball, opportunity for Las Vegas. Looking to rebound, Josh Cohen gobbles it up, and the crowd here loves it. And he's not going to get up for a while.
It's more than you'd like if you're Sacramento to see. And hopefully after this kick, this whistle's going to get blown.
And that is it. The Republic go 8 straight without a defeat and are likely heading the postseason as the #2 overall seed in the Western Conference. What a match here at Papa Murphy's Park. Cameron Iwasa with his 17th goal of the season, and the Republic are able to hold on and beat Las Vegas 1-0. We'll be back with your final highlights and more coming up here on the My 58.
I got scar tissue there. Same thing with any dent or dings on this truck. They all got a story about what happened to them.
It was raining. There was only one way out. I could feel the barbed wire was just digging into the paint.
2 bulls were fighting. Bam, hit the truck. Try explaining that to your insurance company.
Another ding, another scratch. It would just be another chapter in the story.
Every scar tells a story, and you can tell a lot more stories when your truck is a Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake an XL NY pizza topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
You can have a large sale or a big sale, but only Lasher can have a huge sale. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, and this week only the Lasher's 5 dealerships in the Oak Grove Auto Mall are having a huge car and truck sale. For 6 days only, over 2,500 new and used cars are on sale. All makes and models, even certified. Now that's the right car right now. It's a huge car and truck sale, Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, Subaru, Acura, Audi, Volkswagen, and the Lasher Used Car Supercenter in the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at LasherAuto.com.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park. Sacramento take this one 1-0 behind Cameron Iwasa, and with that lone goal, it would be enough to send the Republic to the 2nd seed of the Western Conference as Phoenix lost 1-0. So let's take a look at our full-time highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda. And early on, the Republic came out aggressive, looked sharp early. Elliott Horde again has really picked up his opportunities here in the final third. Gets a good look from Matty Osich, who nearly had a goal. It took a Thomas Olsen incredible save to keep it locked at 0.
Yeah, great save, and great job by Matty Osich finding himself in that position. That's where you want to see your attacking midfielder find himself sometimes, and just tries to simply redirect it, but a good save. And then the early chance here for Freddie Adu, one of the Light's better chances of the night. Great little tackle, closing down the space. The space is Elliott Horde, and just doing enough to redirect that away from target.
Still early on. Sacramento in the second half of play. Matty Osich nearly snuck it past Olsen, but Jeb looked to clean it up.
A great effort by Olsen right there. Not the hardest shot from outside the box. Looks like it kind of Olsen got caught flat-footed. does just enough to push it, parry it onto that post, and then the ability to get back up again and steal a goal from Bijev.
And here would be the difference maker. Manley just misplayed it a bit. Hort came right back, looked for a run or two to happen. Wide open, Isley, Awasa.
Yeah, they just have the lights player, their left back, I believe, is just absolutely on an island by himself, keeping everybody on side. It's a great little nod down and even better finish.
I think it was Pereira.
As Pereira just, I mean, what are you doing? You're standing on the 6-yard box, buddy. Step.
So Herrera Perla not there. So Sacramento looking to continue this attack.
That's a great little effort by Bijev. Love it. On the weaker foot, the left foot just takes it on the half volley and just smashes it.
So it was a physical game. Testosterone running high. You had tempers flaring as well, but all things were calm. 8 yellow cards handed out. At the end of it, Republic would come away with just enough. 1 goal, 12 shots, 6 of them on target. Thought they had pretty good opportunities. Easily could have been 3-0 tonight.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for Thomas Olsen in the back of the, between the pipes. But a great job by Sacramento. The one stat that matters is the goals, and I think they did deserve the 3 points tonight, had the majority of the chances, had the better chances, and were fortunate enough for Kamawasa to step up and smash one in the back of the net.
Let's take a look now at our Zoom image of the match, and of course, getting his first start, Matthew Hardy.
All right, man, look at the warm-up. Look at the determination, the game face right there. And he's got Luke, the strength and conditioning coach, right in his face. Love it.
Well, and that leads us to our man of the match. And Papa Murphy's Park bringing us that man of the match. And who else, Kevin, opening this match? Number 5, Matthew Harding out of Sacramento, California. Gets past Olsen, scores the goal. Tower Bridge Battalion going nuts. Great moment here as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation and UC Davis Children's Hospital moment here early in the match.
That's awesome.
And what a fun, even got a sign as well. Bijev put him on his back.
That's awesome. Great job by Matthew today. Shredded the defense and just smashes one in the back of the net for the goal. Wonderful.
Could have used him early on too. And so let's take a look. We know what's coming up next Saturday. Sacramento right here will host the first round match. And if all things stand, it looks like it's going to be against St. Louis, who played well here. Republic were up 2-0. Remember that match, and St. Louis will come back and tie it. So should be a good match. If you don't have tickets, get them. If you can't make it in town, always catch us online, ESPN Plus, or of course you're in the Sacramento area, turn on the My 58. I want to thank our entire crew from behind the scenes who do all the great work. For our producer, Abe Aponte, our on-site producer, Kevin Schertz. For Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope you have a great one. Sacramento wins this one. Phoenix loses. Number 2 seed in hand. The Republic have a chance to host 2 home matches in the 2018 playoffs. So this one, Cameron Awasa does it enough. Number 17 on the year. We hope to see you next week right here at Papa Murphy's Park.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.